Hello and good morning, and welcome back to The Long Rest. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Logan. And make sure you stick around to the end of this video. That way you can figure out how to enter into our giveaway.
With that being said, let's get into a hard subject today. And that is, when is it the right time to end your campaign?
Never. We want to play forever, right?
I wish. It is a tough one. It is very hard. As a dungeon master, as a DM, you may have the vision of when you want this campaign to end, and that might never come to fruition.
Yeah.
It's from the 2 times that I've DM'd, it's never quite been what I thought.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Even whenever I've DM'd, it feels like sometimes you shoehorn an ending in because that's whenever you think the campaign's over.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not accurate. So what are some circumstances in which a campaign should end?
I think the first one that is a really tough one, and I think we all experience it from players to DMs, is burnout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Experience it maybe at different times because of different reasons. I know as a DM, I've definitely felt burnout more than as a player, and that's probably because of the responsibility you feel being the DM to bring that to the table every week, and you're kind of expected. Well, you don't want to waste people's times when you sit around the table.
Yeah,
and eventually,
no kidding.
The life stress of everything else going on in the world, and then you do this, and sometimes it just catches up to you.
Yeah.
And that burnout hits, and when that burnout hits as a DM, well, unfortunately, it's a domino, and it directly affects the players because they can't play to their full extent, and they might stop giving it their all.
Yeah.
And it might trickle down from there.
Yeah, as soon as that starts happening, as soon as the DM starts burning out and not giving their 100% into the campaign, the players, they start to reflect that onto the DM, and then the DM starts burning out even faster because now they're seeing players that are not interested in what they're doing. They're not getting the feedback they wanted for what is probably a passion project for them.
Yeah, and unfortunately, as a DM, if you're kind of like closed-minded a little bit and don't quite realize when you're getting that burnout, and you just see the players, and all of a sudden you're kind of putting the blame on the players. Things start to turn ugly a little bit. Maybe some
my
animosity.
Players aren't interested in the game that I'm putting together for them.
Probably not the case.
Yeah.
Maybe just reflect a little bit, but it's tough. Through our time, I've kind of found the sweet spot. Like, there's somewhere in that 12 to 16 month range of a campaign, and we do play frequently, but that 12 to 16 month range is when I've seen it. That's when you start to get to the higher levels. You're not leveling up as quick. You're not getting these cool new abilities that just intrigue you even further to jump into the whole. The story's not completely new now. You've been in the story. So it's not just like you're chasing elements of like complete newness, a new world, a new quest.
Yeah. And sometimes that can start to feel like a slog as a player, to where it's just like, oh, again, more of this, more. And so like you kind of start to question why you're there, and it's just like, well, we're doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So I'm just gonna half-heartedly play, and then that's when the DM starts to see that. The other players around the table start to see that, and the game can start to tank. So we don't want to get to that point.
No, so it's being able to recognize it at some point.
Yeah.
And as a DM, it is your responsibility.
Yeah.
You do have to set that precedence, and you have to be able to realize if you are the burnout and it is your players, talk above table and be like, hey guys, have you had enough? And if you have, that's perfectly fine. Life gets crazy. If we're kind of struggling a little bit and we want to find a fun way to wrap this campaign up, I'd like to give you the ending you guys all deserve. So can you give me 3 more sessions or 4 or 5 more sessions, because I want this to feel like this has a great ending, so you guys are all happy and satisfied with where it went.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you really hit the nail on the head with giving it the ending it deserves. Sometimes the DM might have an end goal in mind, a BBEG, or even a certain story point they want to get to before that campaign ends. But there's a possibility where that's not where the campaign should end. Maybe the campaign should end before, or it could even end after. Maybe you guys are really enjoying the story that you guys have all put together. The players want to keep playing those characters, So the story goes on, and ending it early could do everybody around the table an injustice. On the flip side, ending it too late, again, it ends the story as injustice. It's like a book or a movie that just has that unsatisfying ending where it's like, okay, like that's how we're gonna remember it.
Yeah. Very true. It's okay to be satisfied with a campaign, I think, when you've hit kind of the story beats, you know. I know everybody probably runs a game differently. I always try to envision arcs in some fashion, either connecting arcs with my PCs or arcs for individual PCs, but making sure that everybody has a story beat at some point, right, in the thing. And sometimes it's okay, you might hit all 4 of those story beats, or 5 or 6, how many players you have at your table. And it might not quite make it to the BBEG, but you can feel that the adventure is coming to a close, you know, that BBG seems too far away yet, and you're kind of hitting that burnout moment. So finding a good way to wrap that up is everybody's given that opportunity to be in the main spotlight. You might end the campaign, but it doesn't mean that story's over.
Yeah.
And maybe that's another point too.
Absolutely. I was just thinking that. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. Whenever you do get to that point where there is a good closure to the party, that campaign, that storyline can progress elsewhere. So maybe the party disbands for whatever reason, and the next campaign picks up where they left off, with maybe just one character reforming a new party, or a couple characters forming a new party, or a whole new party picking up where that last one left off, or living in the remnants of their consequences.
Yeah. No, it's very good. I mean, and that kind of helps combat the, maybe one player had burnout, but the other were doing fine. So that one with the burnout, the new spark of idea, new player character, you know, and in that new campaign, they feel that refresh, you know, where the other guys were like still wanting to go. It kind of gives a whole new level of like, okay, cool, you know, and you can do it. It just we've always talked about it. I think that's a really cool way to combat things around that nature. I just think that's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm always kind of thinking about, everybody's always thinking about what is the next campaign.
Yeah.
That's an easy lead-in right there, is if there is some kind of cliffhanger that makes you want the sequel, that makes you want to go into the next one with a certain idea in mind, or maybe what you've done in that previous campaign shapes the
nice
character that you're going to play.
A title shift that allows you to make that change to the structure of the campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could even change the tonality of the campaign.
Very
Maybe the
much
first
so.
one was your first campaign and it was a little goofy, you know, everybody came in with the joke characters, you know, this guy's Indiana Jones and this guy is a secret Ninja Turtle, whatever it be. And then you guys hit those deep moments where you're like, I wish I had something more to give to the story than just being a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
That's a perfect opportunity for rolling into the next campaign with a character that's invested already in that story. It's a world you've lived in. It's a world you've built around you, your party, and each other, and the DM. You get to run with it. You get to continue telling that story, but with fresh eyes, a fresh story.
And, you know, and sometimes it's something totally different. Sometimes it's life. Life gets busy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we all become adults. Whether you get the opportunity to play when you're a kid, take advantage of it, because you don't quite have all the responsibilities that you will soon. But as an adult, you do have responsibilities, and life just gets busy. Things happen, and scheduling conflicts will inevitably happen. And sometimes, you know, it's one after the other, after the other, after the other. And that campaign you've played for a year and a half, now you haven't even got the chance to play in a month or two, and you kind of are starting to feel really distanced. And looking to the future of the scheduling is not looking great either. So maybe it is time, you know, to have a little special meeting and play to allow you guys to wrap that campaign up, to give those characters, just in case you never get that chance.
Yeah.
I've always would be so remiss to think that, you know, you play a campaign and you never get to close it. Something happens and it just, one thing after another, you never get back around the table. And that campaign, it just goes in the distance. Well, who am I kidding? I've done that, actually.
Oh, really?
I had an online game. with
I remember,
a handful of very good friends, and the birth of a child put it on a hiatus, and pretty quickly that hiatus turned into a permanent. And unbeknownst to anybody else, it's just we haven't been able to play, and it's been a year and a half. I mean,
and I couldn't imagine being the DM. You were probably excited about that story, and it was probably in the high swing of things, and now it's unresolved.
Yes.
It's a movie you never got to finish.
I'm gonna go cry for a second as I feel sad that I actually now I feel like I let them down quite bad. So.
Oh no. But with all that being said, what do you guys think is the best time or the best way to end a campaign? Have you ever ended the campaign in a tragic way?
Yeah.
Or do you try to end them in a happy way? Whatever it is, get in the comments and let's start a discussion.
Hey, well, you know what's really cool?
What's cool, Brandon?
Is if you get in the comments and do just that. That will enter you in.
It's that easy?
Yes, it'll enter you into the giveaway to win some Turtle Tabs by Bova Books. In the month of January, we are giving away
Turtle Tabs.
2 sets of Turtle Tabs. One for the Player's Handbook for 2024, and one for the Dungeon Master's Guide of 2024. So you can start this beautiful year off of 2026 off with some fresh new style. Now look, you mind telling me about those?
Yeah, these Turtle Tabs by Bova Books, they are stiff, sturdy, and very permanent once they are installed. They come with an easy alignment tab so that even a dummy such as myself can put it together and make it look so good. This looks like I bought it off the shelf like that.
It does.
Which is awesome. It was the first time that I had put it together, so I was a little nervous. But the nice thing about it is the adhesive, they designed it so you can actually remove it the first time you do put it down. But once you do put it down, these guys, like I did it in a different video, and I hate to do it to a book, but I'll do it to a mid guy. You can genuinely pick up the entire book by the tab. And everybody knows these players' handbooks are not that light. They're super quality, better than just a sticker, better than sticky notes. And they're also page numbered. They're divided out by whatever you need. If it's combat, if it's D&D classes, if it's spells, if it's feats. Equipment. They're easy to find and get you to the sections that you need for quicker answers on the spot. So
yeah, and with us learning a new system, the 2024 system, as it does make changes, it does make it just that much easier. And if you're getting introduced to D&D, boy, does it make your life that much easier in general too.
Yeah.
They do it right, and I think that it's a great product. That's why we partnered with them, and we'd love to give you them. So comment below. Give us. When you think the perfect time to end a campaign is, we'd love to hear it.
And we're getting the video right there. So with all that being said, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.